Couple of questions about the moon. I'm sure this is just an error with NASA. This is a famous image
Yes,
called
from above.
Earthrise,
Yes.
but there's a problem with it because the Earth's too small. Okay, moon
Yeah.
viewed from Earth
Yeah.
is this size, and Earth viewed from moon
Okay.
should be a lot bigger.
Well, the moon size also changes through month, and through years, because orbit of the
Apogee, perigee.
yes, orbit of the moon is not exactly circular.
Sure, but the Earth should still be a lot bigger than it is in
it?
that very famous
compare
image.
I didn't compare it, but we have to. I mean, in principle, one has to calculate what was exactly distance at that time of the picture, and then calculate the size of the Earth from that distance, angular, and then
I've had some physicists do the
these
maths on it,
calculations.
and they said it is a big error.
I see.
It's very interesting.
Yeah.
Some
Well, this is like to the stories. Maybe they were not there.
This is interesting. Some people I know were measuring the moon. They're interested in space and the sky. The moon was photographed at the same time in Australia and Florida. How would that be? How's that possible?
Okay.
And this can be repeated in different sides of the globe, shall we say?
Yeah. Well, they are definitely upside down, so that's
it's rotated.
yes,
yeah.
You can. I mean, with respect to each other.
But the same phase.
Oh well, it's the same phase. Yes. Why should it be different? Because the phase of the moon depends on the sun.
Because one of these locations shouldn't be able to see it. So on the globe, say the moon's here in Florida, the guy in Queensland shouldn't really be able to see it.
But this is a full moon, close to the full moon.
Close to full moon.
So this means that there is an angle at which it's seen. So full moon means that the Earth,
opposite.
Yeah, the moon is opposite to the sun. Yeah.
But still, with the globe, with the Earth being a globe, it shouldn't be able to see them both at the same time. And this is being repeated. This is an anomaly that some people can't work out.
If somebody does it, so it's possible. For me, it's like this, you know. You cannot say me impossible if somebody does it.
Sure.
So then I say it's possible, and then you can ask why it is possible. Then I do calculations.
Yeah.
So I would say you cannot argue. If this is not a fake news,
I can verify this.
You know, if it's not a fake news,
yeah.
then you have to say, okay, interesting, it's possible. I would like to understand why, and then maybe it's possible only a few times a year. You know,
It could be done daily.
Daily, okay.
Even with just after new moon.
Then it's fine. You know, then it means that moon is far enough from Earth that in a close to the full moon, yeah, you can see it like from the front and from the edge.
But in the model, there's a model software called Celestia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Celestia?
I don't know. Yeah, there are many.
It's a mod. Yeah, there's many.
Yeah,
It's a 3D
yeah.
model of the solar system. When you put this date and time in, you shouldn't be able to see the moon from both places. So there's a problem somewhere.
So probably model is wrong. I would say. This is for me, as a scientist, we're always like, okay, there's a puzzle, there's observation, which is true data, and there's a model which cannot confirm the data. Then I'm sorry, the model is wrong. So
you would say direct experience is the king.
yes, absolutely.
I agree with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I totally agree with you.
If this is possible, like you,
The data has to match.
Yeah,
the
then the model
observation.
is wrong. Then your program probably
Because that's science.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Okay, with the moon, it does this other strange thing. On a solar eclipse, you know where
Yes.
coincidentally the sun and moon appear the same size, which we're saying is a coincidence, yeah? The moon does a shadow on the Earth, yeah? Now this shadow is 100 miles wide.
Yeah.
This is the only phenomena in our experience here in this reality where the shade is smaller than the object casting it. So you can do 1 million experiments with shadows. The shadow's never smaller than the object casting it. And here we have the moon, it shrinks its shadow. The people I speak to just can't work out why this can be. Why? It's something I can't get my head around either. Because it should be
this is
thousands of miles.
This is a parallax. This is a parallax. yeah. So this shadow when the toy is long way from the light. Okay, the shadow is decreasing.
No, it's not. It's always the same size. It can't go smaller than the object casting it. It says tiny shadow. This word here should really say same size shadow.
Yes, it can. If you do it from the top, then the shadow is very small.
There's another image somewhere. So think of sun and clouds. The clouds will always cast a shadow bigger or the same size as the cloud. There's no phenomena in this reality where, say my pen, can we get light? My pen, when the light comes on my pen, the shadow can never be smaller than the pen. Or my bottle. Say the sun's out today.
Yeah, but look, if the sun in the zenith and you are standing under the sun, your shadow is much smaller than you because it's from the top.
Okay, say the sun was right above my head, like the solar eclipse.
Yeah.
The shadow would not be smaller than my head. You with me?
Yeah, the cross section. Yeah.
It wouldn't go smaller than my head. So say I was 50 meters up in the sky, and the sun was right above my head, and it went on me. The shadow on the ground would be the same size or a little bit bigger.
Mm-hmm.
This is the only phenomena in our reality where something creates a shadow smaller. This is a problem.
I don't think it's a problem. Maybe you caught me on a spot, but I have to think about it. Some of these questions are I don't solve every day.
Sure. This is why
I have to think about it.
But this is science. This is why we question things.
Absolutely. I mean, this is I don't think this is unexplained. I'm sure it is explained. I have to think about it. Yes.